What's up, y'all? It's your girl Cornelia back for another episode of Black News, a podcast where we break down current events, hot topics, and local stories involving Black people. Now let's get into it. First things first. There will be some sound differences in the coming weeks for this podcast. I record this on Anchor. I do all of my editing and uploading on that platform, but they removed one of the sound panels where I can do my little blink blink. Y'all know between segments I have my little blink blink. It's gone. It's gone. I don't know what happened to it. I cannot find it on the dashboard. So bear with me in the coming weeks while I try to figure this out, troubleshoot, or just download some new sounds off of the internet on one of those little free sites they be having. Because again, I don't know what happened. It's gone. You may have noticed it last week on the episode that I dropped. And that was my first time noticing it when I was trying to edit. So bear with me. We're going to get it up and running. Y'all know it'd be rough and rugged some weeks anyway, but it's just another chink in the armor. So again, bear with me. Thanks in advance for all of that. Also, no new updates in regards to live appearances. I had a show last weekend. It wore me out and I'm going back into hibernation. So stay tuned on all of that. Any new dates, any upcoming news, I'll be sure to share it with you all, the Black News listeners and family. All right. So with all of that said, let's get into it. I'm really starting to think that the internet may be one of the worst things that happened to Black people. I'm really starting to think that. I thought previously for a long time that the internet was great because it gave us access to information and we were able to research and fact check and find things and communicate when it comes to things like protesting and the movement and Black people and spread the word and boycotts and just for the good of Blackness and the fight that we are constantly in. But as of lately, the internet has become a cesspool for the dumb. I'm just going to be straight up. The internet, people just get to log on to the internet and say whatever, whether it's good, bad, fact or fiction. People, the back of the class people, the people who was in the back of the class, they get on the internet and talk loud, and other people who were in the back of the class who wasn't sitting in the front of the class paying attention and reading books and being active participants in the learning experience, they agree and chime in with them. So now the internet has become a large cesspool of people who don't know a damn thing. Y'all, I am so fed up with the internet. And I'm not saying that like I know everything, because I know I don't. But one thing I know I'm going to do and always have done, if I don't know something, I'm going to at least research it. I'm going to at least read and try to figure it out. I'm not just going to be talking for the sake of talking. The internet gave people who need to shut up a voice. I just got to be as blunt as I can. I have been worn down. I have been worn down with the internet. What triggered this, a few things happened this past week. One, magazine covers got the Black community in a damn chokehold. Magazine covers that had Jonathan Majors and Rihanna and A$AP Rocky have completely rocked the core of N-words all over the place. Y'all, to recap, Jonathan Majors did an Ebony magazine spread where he was, first of all, looking good as hell. Jonathan Majors is fine. He is fine. A body out of this world. Y'all, we ain't seen a body like Jonathan Majors. His body is like The Rock if The Rock were smaller. Because y'all know The Rock just big. The Rock is in shape. But The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he is just a large man. But Jonathan Majors is ripped up like that, but in a more realistic and manageable way. In his magazine spread, which came out for Valentine's Day, there was him wearing like one boxing glove, holding flowers, roses, had his shirt off, boxing shorts on, sneakers, like a long red robe. There was another where he had like a one-piece pants boot combo on and a pink fluffy jacket with the shirt open, muscles galore. He was, in Jonathan Majors, in all his photos, he always got his lips perched. That's just how he be looking. That's just how he be looking. But because of that one photo specifically with the one piece pants and boot combo and the big pink jacket, Black people have now taken to the streets of the internet and said that this is a part of the agenda to emasculate Black men. Now, a couple things. One, if you ain't got nothing going on, you shouldn't have time to be worrying about what Jonathan Majors got going on. A lot of people be having a lot of free time on their hands to critique and to do things. But a lot of times it's masked as we trying to stick up for the Black community. It's masked as that when it's really you ain't got shit going on and you need to get you some business. If you got $123 in your joint checking and savings account, you don't have time to worry about what Jonathan Majors is doing. Okay, you do not have the time. You need to get to work, get you a hobby, and or get to work. I just have to get that off my chest because I can tell a lot of the people who got something to say, they ain't got nothing going on. Get you some business. Now, one, that's what they were saying, that he was emasculating the Black, there's an agenda about media trying to take down Black people and always showing Black people in this light, so on and so on. Why did we ever, it's a few questions that I have. One, why do we think that actors don't be having no say in what they got on and the pictures that they're taking in photo shoots? Do y'all know that people be having a say in the creative process? Long gone are the days where people, especially Black men who have some authority in this business, long gone are the days where people just be showing up and letting people do whatever they want. Now, does that still happen? I'm sure it does. But it's very disrespectful for us to assume and to put it on Jonathan Majors that he is a Black man who don't know how to use his voice and his power. That is disrespectful in itself. So that's one thing. Two, why do we assume that he didn't like what he had on? Maybe that's what he liked to wear. Maybe he be liking to wear shit like that. Like, why do we know that some people are very eclectic? Maybe he picked it out. And look, adding that the stylist on the photo shoot revealed that she was going for an anime inspiration. There is an anime character called One Piece. I don't know it's the last name of the character is Doflamingo. They showed pictures, people on the internet were showing pictures and doing comparison. Same damn outfit. Apparently this little anime character be killing everybody. And according to some people in the Black community, murder is equivalent to masculinity. So I don't see what the problem is. Another thing. Were some people completely missing from album covers from men in the 1970s because some of your daddy and your uncle's favorite artists were dressed in what y'all would consider non-masculine attire? And guess what they was doing? Running to the store buying the same clothes. Earth, Wind & Fire had on stretch pants, spandex, bell-bottom platform shoes, and belly shirts. Isley Brothers, all of them. Rick James had on a red thigh-high heeled boot, an all-leather tight outfit, and micro braids. And guess what Rick James was out here doing? Getting women. So I really want us to, as Black people, yes, shut up, but step outside of your current reality and in the box and the bubble that you live in and look at other people and start to realize that masculinity is not defined just by what you like and what somebody told you. It can be defined in many different ways. Masculinity don't look like sagging pants and large tall tees like in Jordans. That's not what it looks like. You can be rocking a shoe boot and be masculine, i.e. Prince. So that's just a few things. I really hate. I'm just annoyed. And one last point before I move on to the next example. Kev on Stage brought this up on social media. He posted a TikTok video that was on Twitter, Instagram, talking about this same thing. And he brought up a great point. Jonathan Majors' last 5 movies have been of him playing some of the most masculine characters in cinema. He's playing a boxer. He playing Kang the Conqueror. He played a fighter pilot in Devotion, a bodybuilder in Magazine Dreams, and he also was a damn cowboy in The Harder They Fall. Why wasn't nobody yelling and screaming about how masculine he was when he played those? But now, because he had on a pink jacket and some one-piece pants, now he's not masculine? Like, it doesn't make sense. Again, the internet allowed the back of the classroom people to just be talking. Which also leads me to the next example, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's magazine cover for Vogue. Rihanna, as we know, is a billionaire. She just performed at the Super Bowl. She is now pregnant with her second child and is in a relationship with A$AP Rocky. One, it is very rare, and y'all know this, for a black woman in America to become a billionaire, especially one who started in music, R&B, pop music. That is crazy when you think about it. Two, ain't nobody thinking about it. Why would... The Vogue magazine article was about Rihanna. It's not about A$AP Rocky. So if you have not seen the magazine cover, it is Rihanna and A$AP walking on the beach. She is in front of him. She's holding his hand. A$AP Rocky is holding their son and kissing the son on the forehead. Some clown done got out the bright green marker or Canva. Somebody done downloaded Canva and marked this entire magazine shoot up to say how masculine versus submissive Rihanna is in regards to A$AP Rocky. For Rihanna, they put hard face, shoulder back, chest out. They put a big slash through her and said, strong, dominant, masculine woman. She is the leader. And then with A$AP, they put little dotted lines across his body. He has a soft face, they said, slouching, submissive, nurturing, feminine man. They put an X over his penis and said cock shame. Then he is the follower. Y'all, when did it become feminine to be in a relationship with Rihanna? I know a lot of men who would love to be in a relationship and have 2 children with Rihanna. I know a lot of men who would be honored to be on a magazine cover with Rihanna, knowing good and well they ain't got nothing going on right now at the moment. That magazine cover was about Rihanna. Why would he have been in front of her on the magazine cover? Why is it considered feminine to be holding your son and showing him affection? Why? How? When did that happen? When did a woman being in control of her career, successful, a good mom, a good businesswoman become masculine? That's the real question. When did being successful be determined to belong to men? Success isn't a masculine trait. Success does not belong to men. So why recently, whenever we see a successful woman, we call her masculine? That to me is one of the wildest things I have been noticing lately, is that every time you see people, she masculine, it's usually because she's successful or got some money. I'm sorry. Money and success does not belong to men. I don't know where we got this from. Anywho, it's a damn shame that people, as soon as something come out or something drops, people feel the need to do things like that. Like, I'm pretty sure A$AP Rocky do not give a damn about none of this. And if he does, shame on him. However, I'm not going to put that on that brother, because I feel like he couldn't be with somebody like Rihanna and feel that way. But I do want to bring this up, and this is in regards to both magazine covers. If something like that threatens your masculinity, or you feel like that sets black people back, and it is a slight against how we're being portrayed, then your masculinity is fragile. And I would like to ask you to examine why that is. If something like that triggers your masculinity, you need to go into the lab and you need to do some soul searching. You need to get into therapy. You call BetterHelp or hit up therapyforblackmen.com, and you need to get to the root of the problem. Because one thing that we need to stop doing is wasting time on stupid stuff. The American education system is literally under attack right now, and y'all worried about Jonathan Majors and A$AP Rocky and what they doing on magazines that y'all not even buying. They are literally trying to erase Black history from the American school curriculums. But we sitting up on the internet talking about these men who don't know none of y'all or none of us. We got to get our head in the game. We have, as Black, y'all, I am so frustrated. I'm so sorry to be kind of like, I feel like I'm yelling at the microphone right now. I feel like I'm screaming this out because we literally got so much other stuff to worry about. Black people, we gotta get it together. We have to get it together. Okay, let me know what y'all thought about all of this. I know some points that I missed. People been having some good points, throwing it across social media. So let me know y'all thoughts and how y'all viewed the magazine shoots. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, Jonathan Majors, you look fine to me. Call me, okay? Call me. Cause listen, if that's what feminine look like, then we dating feminine. I do not care about the naysayers. Hit me up. But again, let me know what y'all thought about both of the conversations. Hit me up on social media at Cornelia with your thoughts. On another note that is disappointing, but I won't necessarily say it's shocking, those 5 men that were caught on camera killing Tyre Nichols in Memphis a few weeks ago, the 5 former police officers, they all have entered not guilty pleas during their most latest hearing. Make it make sense. And it's not going to be a long drawn out segment. This is just more so because we're going to stay updated on the progress of this trial and what's happening. But I understand that when you are caught up in something that you shouldn't have been doing, sometimes you're advised by your legal counsel to do certain things. And in this case, I'm willing to bet that their attorneys told them they'll probably have a better chance of fighting this if they enter a not guilty plea. But we saw you. And adding one more time, because I think I said this last time we actually talked about the topic in full. A lot of times people think that blue wall of silence and that Blue Lives Matter level of protection applies to all police officers, and it does not. That do not apply to you, Black man. That blue wall of silence, that don't apply to you. And in this case, we have never seen anybody fired that fast for assaulting and murdering a Black man at the hands of police. The fact that they fired them before the video even came out. So, I would assume that they would have a better chance of trying to get a deal and entering a guilty plea and figuring out if they can get cut some sentence time instead of getting life, because them boys about to be in jail. They about to be in prison. There were 3 who were members of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Omega put out a statement and have banned and expelled them from the fraternity. Hey, they did what they felt like they needed to do, and I ain't mad at it. But then it wasn't like they was gonna get out and be like doing stuff anyway. Like you can't. I don't think they ain't got no chapter behind, and they don't got no chapter on the inside. Okay, ain't no grad chapter, no alumni chapter on the inside. But hey, cut ties. I feel you, and they did what needed to be done. But again, this is just merely an update to keep everybody posted about the happenings and what's going on. I'll continue to do so. Hit me up with your thoughts about what you saw as soon as you found out that they entered not guilty pleas, all 5 of the officers. Let me know on social media. Hit me up at Kennelia. To recap this week's episode, it was another quick one, guys. I really want to talk about this particular topic in regards to Jonathan Majors and A$AP Rocky / Rihanna on the cover of Vogue and Ebony magazine. Social media, and meaning Black social media, has been going back and forth, damn near boxing for the last few days about what is and is not considered masculine for Black people, and does that apply to the covers from Jonathan Majors, A$AP Rocky, and Rihanna. Also quickly gave an update about Tyre Nichols and the 5 police officers who were charged with his murder. They all entered not guilty pleas this past week. Hit me up on social media and let me know your thoughts about all topics or none. And I will check in with you guys same time next week. That's it for this week's episode of Black News, y'all. Thanks again. Thank you. And thank you again so much for sticking with us, supporting the podcast, liking and subscribing on all apps where podcasts can be heard, rating 5 stars, and leaving a comment. It helps more than you know, so I really, really appreciate it. And keep sharing Black News with all of your friends and family. Be sure to hit me up on social media if you got ideas for topics. Or just hit me up in general to let me know you've been listening. Let me know your thoughts. I'm at Kennelia on all platforms across the board. That's at Kennelia, like Kenny and Ophelia. Also check my website. I got some shows coming up in Los Angeles County. Hopefully get on the road soon. But for now, if you're in the LA area, hit me up. Check Kennelia.com for show dates and details. And as always, thanks again so much, guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. Keep supporting, keep growing, keep building, keep staying safe, and keep staying healthy. As always, again, I'll see you back here next time, same time, same place. Bye.